What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Sinoalice video here in the fort. And today, guys, we have the part 2 banner going live for Neir Automata collaboration, so that we know 9S and 2B will be featured this week. I believe there are banners up for like 10 days, something like that. Still no new news if we're going to get another banner like we did the Alice Sorcerer banner when the original Neir event came out about 10 days ago. But the rumor is that Pinocchio Sorcerer should be coming soon, either this week or next week. So that's the banner to look forward to. And then Dorothy will probably be coming after that. So if you guys are fans of Dorothy or fans of Pinocchio, if you guys are sorcerers, I'm sorry, Pinocchio Minstrel, I think. Sorry, not Sorcerer, because Pinocchio Sorcerer was in launch. But so Pinocchio Minstrel will most likely be coming, or Cleric. I'm not 100% sure on that. But Pinocchio should be coming at some point to Global. But we do have our Memory Dolls event. Actually did get updated, so it doesn't tell you what the stuff is here, but we did get some new things updated. So we're going to actually go into the exchange shop so we can show you guys the things that were added. Now, I did buy some things already. I didn't think of the concept I was going to be making a video. I thought maybe Spoot was going to be making today's video, but he's got work going on, so I'm off today, so I'm going to make it. But we have some stuff that has been added to the exchange shop, which first we have 2 SR skill gems for the story, for your Coliseum attack skill and your Coliseum support skill. So definitely you guys want to pick up all 6 of these. That will help you guys in progression a lot for your dire skills. Use them, though, very wisely. These are going to give you a lot of EXP because they're the S. So use them very wisely. Like for your DPSers, you guys are going to want to definitely be using your support gems on anything with Dauntless Courage, even if it's Dauntless Courage 1. If it's a weapon you use a lot, something that is a very good either stat-wise or has a very good attacking skill, that's still fine. Like a Virtuous Contract is still good to level up at least to like level 8, level 10, simply because it has a tier 3 lifesteal and it has very good stats overall. So people say it's actually, like, even though it only has Dauntless Courage 1, say overall it's probably one of the best, if not the best, from the whole collab. That or probably the sword for A2. And the only reason why the hammer is not there, which we kind of touched on in our last video, but is because it's a physical-based hammer, but has a higher magic stat. And that's the reasoning why. It's kind of weird that that Pokélalo did that, but I don't know. I don't know if it was like that in JP, but I would assume it was. But yeah, so that's why the hammer is not higher rated, even though it has a 2 stat debuff on it for its attacking skill, and then it also has Dauntless Courage 2. But because the stat pool is so weird and not not good for its typing, that's why it does fall a little bit lower on the scale for most people's opinion. But yeah, so definitely pick up those. Then you guys have your books. You have 2 books of destruction, 2 books of opportunity that you guys can use. One's a level 2 book, one's a level 1 book that you guys can get for some extra mastery. I personally don't need mastery right now, but I will pick up those books to just stockpile mastery for when I do some more pulls down the road and I pull some more jobs, or more jobs are unlocked free to play in story or login rewards, things like that, to get my class points up more. So you have those as well. We still have our Simone, our Machine Life Forms, our Iron Pipes. I got to get all those as well. And we do have 2 copies more of the Dragon Shackles and the Bird Mask, which of course are your very, very hard to get materials for your SR armors and your legendary weapons. So the Dragon Shackles you technically can farm, which I mistakenly did over farm over the weekend to prepare for Virtuous Contract. But you can get them droppable in the advanced difficulty for the elemental weapon dungeons, but they are really, really low drop rate. For instance, I had to use 3 refreshes to get 1 drop, so it is really bad. So definitely, whenever Dragon Shackles are available in an event currency exchange, pick them up. Even if you think you don't need them right now, you will need them eventually. So eventually you're going to pull more SR gears that you're going to invest in, and you're going to need them. So Bird Masks, you absolutely need to always pick these up because you cannot farm them in the Armor Dungeon. They are only available through event exchanges, login rewards, first time clears, things like that that come up with events. So you want to get those for sure. So I'm going to go to my inbox and go over a couple more things that I did buy. So first off, you guys can pick up 10 of these skip tickets. Pick those up. Those are always good to get. They weren't very expensive. 100 gems as well got refreshed. So definitely pick those up. And then we had the SR Shield enhancement materials as well as the SR sword materials. I just couldn't wait. I had to upgrade my Virtuous Contract right away. So you guys can get the sword as well. Unfortunately, no Nightmare materials to get. And I think that was it. Yeah, the rest is just regular login rewards. So those are all the rewards for the event. So definitely, if you guys either were stocked up on currency from over farming the event from last week or a week and a half ago, or you guys are debating whether or not you should guys go farm more of the event, you definitely should. And just do the highest difficulty you guys can reliably without dying, because you don't want to be wasting stamina if you're dying. Especially if you guys have done your first clear. And by the way, if you guys have done your first clear and you're not consistent in clearing like the higher stages of hard, just use your skip tickets. Use your skip tickets and then just clear them out to get the 5-time all the limited rewards, and then go down to the lower levels of what you guys need to farm for event currency. So yeah, so that's basically everything for that event exchange that we have going on. Now I am going to talk about the event exchange for the banner to conclude today's video. I'm not going to be summoning, guys, because I got super shafted in part 1, so I straight up have emptied all my moon tier medals, and I was able to get my Virtuous Contract. So any YouTubers that were telling you guys that 2B Crusher and 9S and Virtuous Contract were not going to be able to be used for the exchange shop, you guys see here I have 4 left to exchange. From part 1 medals, they are the exact same as the part 2 medals. So anything you guys have that you wanted, you guys can get. Now it looks like though, nope, so they do have everything. So they have A's sword, they have Emil's job, they have Emil's Arcana, they have Emil's staff, they have the Virtuous Contract, they have the Type 3 lance, they have the Emil's head, they have sword upgrades, all the other materials, which don't get those. I only got some of them for my extra 100 floating because I wasn't going to pull anymore. I knew I was going to pull anymore to get like an Arcana or any other extra weapon. So I had 100 floating, which I used to just get random things. But I saved my 1500 to get my 1 copy of Virtuous Contract, since I knew I wasn't going to have to pull on this banner because I'm not a Crusher class and I'm not a Paladin. I was a Breaker, so I pulled on part 1 heavily. So yeah, you guys can get anything you guys want here. So if you guys are still pulling for, if you're pulling for Crusher and then you guys like really wanted the A2 sword and you guys end up doing your 15 multis, and then you end up, getting your Crusher class, hopefully you pull, A2, or I'm sorry, B2. And then like say you wanted the A2 sword or you wanted the Virtuous Contract, you guys can use your exchange materials and get those. So yeah, guys, everything is available in here from both banners. They are both here live. They just did not, for some reason, want to include the part 2 stuff in the exchange shop until the part 2 banner came. But you still do have access to all the part 1 exchange materials like we had from a week and a half ago. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in today's video. There wasn't any new content as far as a new banner. Oh, I guess we should go look at the banner real fast. So we'll look at the rates for you guys real fast just to show you guys what is going on here with the pull rates. So you guys see here, we have Cruel Arrogance, which is going to be the weapon for 9S. And then you guys have Beast Lord, which is going to be the weapon for your Crusher 2B, which you guys see here exactly double the magic attack here on the Beast Lord, but not but it uses a physical base damage because it is a hammer. So that's the only unfortunate thing here. Here you have Virtuous Contract, pretty good stat skills, 2190 for physical attack, 1768 for magic, 1166 for physical defense, magic of 943. If we look at details here, I'm not sure if that is at max level. It probably is. That seems really high, so that's probably at max limit broken, I would assume. But those are the 3 on rate up. And then you guys see here, you have a 0.66% chance of pulling Virtuous Contract, Cruel Arrogance, and Beast Lord. And then you have all your other pulls are going to just be the same rate. So like for instance here you guys have a meal at 0.19%, 0.19% for A2, 0.19% for Gretel, Alice, and Cinderella as well. Just the intro units, none of the new units outside of that. So like no Little Mermaids, anything like that are on this banner. Besides that, it's just going to be the regular like weapons, which all have a 0.19% chance for all of these SR weapons. So very low chance of you guys actually getting them. And then we have the intro nightmares. You can pull them as well, the 0.19% chance. The Type 3 Lance is the S Lance featured in Part 2 as well. Just like we had the Meal Head in Part 1. So if you guys are really wanting to pull on this, I guess maybe you could. It's at a 3% chance rate. If you really wanted that Lance just to get that extra event currency, I personally am not going to. I'm down just having, I have 3 weapons that I have for bonus on the event currency. The Iron Pipe, the Virtuous Contract, and then the A2 Sword. I'm fine getting that, so I'm not going to spend my currency to try to get just the Lance when I don't really need anything else from the banner. So, then you have Tome of Dependence and Staff of Masiotism at a 0.346% chance to pull for Kaguya and Pinocchio Sorcerer, and then 0.346 for all the other S weapons in the normal pull. So that is pretty much everything with the banner, guys. So you guys do have a 20% chance for S. You have a 3% chance for an SR overall. So yes, rates are not the greatest. Like I said, for me, I had super bad luck. It took me 21 multis to pull A2. So I'm going to keep you guys in my prayers and my thoughts. Hopefully you guys can pull what you're looking for, whether it be 9S or B2 or Virtuous Contract, whatever you guys are particularly looking for. But just use your currency wisely. If you guys have some left over from Part 1, if you guys are hunting for a particular item, only pull to what you need to get it in the exchange. My overall recommendation is, even though these are limited waifus, they are going to return in a rerun for Nier Automata. So I still recommend, and even though some people are going to say, but I want my waifu, I do recommend going for whatever weapon is the best for your class from this collaboration. So for instance, if you're a cleric, if you didn't pull a meal in Part 1 and you're like, say like 500 or 600 points away from getting the staff, I say if you don't pull a meal in these summons from the next 10 days, get the staff, because it's going to be more beneficial right now in the game. Now, this event will come back and you'll have another chance to pull a meal, and I'm sure you could pity for his class if you guys want it. So that's my recommendation, is short term where we are in the game right now. What you guys should be worried about for your guild's sake and your PvE sake is that to get the weapons set up first in your grid and then go for jobs later. Jobs will be a better long-term investment, because no matter what happens with power creep, those stats are always going to be applied to your hero. But for right now, even though they will probably get power creep in like 6 to 8 months, a year, whatever time frame they get power creep, keep in mind, they got to get power creep from your main grid, then they got to get power creep from your subgrid. So even if they're power creep from their main grid, like say like 8 months from now or something, you guys can still put them in your subgrid if you guys got them to like a legendary status or whatever for those stats in your subgrid, which is still going to be pretty good. So that's my personal opinion, is go for weapons, not for classes in your pity limit, your pity metal shop. So anyway, that's going to be the video, guys. One little thing I do want to mention, we are still hunting for 2 more people in our guild. So we need 1 sorcerer and 1 cleric. If you guys are above 65k in those respective classes, and you guys can participate in your guild wars at around 7 p.m. EST time, then we would love to have you on board in the Zen Gang. So we just hit, show you guys real quick, we just did hit A rank yesterday. So unfortunately, we had some miscommunication with one of our new members, and we unfortunately had him join later today. So he is going to miss the war today. So we are going to be a man down. So we may lose today, even though if we had our full squad, we probably would win. But we'll play our hearts out. Hopefully we can get our first win. But yeah, guys, if you guys are looking for a guild and you guys are in that 65 up range as a cleric or as a sorcerer, we would love to have you. So just join our Discord in the section below. Comment in the video if you guys are interested, looking for a guild, and you're at that progression in the game. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a like down below, hit subscribe if you guys are new, and ring that bell for future notifications so you guys do not miss the next Sinoalice video here on the channel. Hope you guys are all enjoying the game. Hope you guys, if you guys are summoning for part 2, you guys get what you want. You know, get lucky, pull what you want. I don't want to see you guys get shafted, but I'm sure you guys will. Some of you will anyway. But anyway, guys, this is going to be your boy Fort. Hope you guys all have an awesome day wherever you are, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.